excuse me, something in my throat. I'm so sorry, I apologise for that. My phone has just gone off. Why has it done that? Okay, fair enough. So, hello and welcome to my Amorous live stream, everyone. I am ChocIce Fox here, and like I said, we're playing Amorous, and the date today is with Jax. And according to a few people on my Discord server, Jax is one of the hardest people to date and to try and date. So let's have this challenge and see if we can get to the very end. So here's my character, and let's just go to the club. Yes, answer some questions. I'm the first male. I've been doing this my whole life. Thank you. Let's go. So I have disabled the music because I don't want to get done for copyright. So just bear with me. And the game's not responding yet again. I don't know why it does this in window mode. It just takes the piss. So basically, let's just go straight into the club. Oh god, the game is running very slow for some reason, and it goes not responding when it's in window mode, which is strange. So that's strange. Don't know why it's doing that. So hang on one sec, guys. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I am going to quit the game. I know I'm doing this live, so and the game is still not responding, so yeah, let's just quit the game for now. So let's just quit the game, and I'm going to relaunch it again, but this time I don't want it in window mode, if that's a possibility, if I can find it on my desktop now. I really need to fix up my desktop, so let's start Amorous again. Bear with me one sec, guys, please. It's just taking its time. Yep, high game. Options. Let's take out of. Let's put on full screen. Yep, I know I've got to fix it on TuneLabs OBS as well. Hang on. Oh god, what's going on? Go to there. Yeah, I know I've got to fix it on screen, guys. Just don't worry. Okay, let's go back to editor, and it's not fitting on the screen. Please bear with me. Shit, I cannot. I should have done this earlier, but for some reason I didn't. Fit the screen. There we go. Now it's better. And lock it back into place. I should have done this way before I started the stream, but never mind. Hello, Joshua. Hello, mate. The game is just being a bit of a bitch at the moment because it kept stopping and that, so just bear with me. Go back to continue. Let's try again. There we go, it's not fucking up now, so let's go to the club. How do I do that? I forgot. Contacts, no. Oh shit, how do I do this again? Oh bloody hell. No. Oh god, I ain't been on this quite a while now. Great. Let's just go to the club. So I've got to use the phone apparently. Where is it? Let's go player customization. That's the only way I can figure it out. There we go. Now we go back to club. And yes, please. Yes. Okay. Well, this is a bit of a mess up, but we should be alright. So let's try this again. There we go, it's not buffering or anything. So let's go and find Jax. I believe he's a bartender. There he is, let's go to him. My hand barely touches the counter before the bartender is right in front of me. From here I can see that his uniform, while dapper, is clearly tailored for the club. His sleeveless vests and cuff wrists are capped by a revealing tuxedo-style brief as well. Despite his state of near undress, he seems quite chipper and buffs down the counter in front of me with a rag. Welcome to Amorous, hottest club in town. I'm Jax and I'll be your beverage artisan this evening. He winks at me before continuing. What can I do for you? Right, basically, I like to order a drink. As I slid into one of the stalls, he set a glass in front of me. I think I like a drink. What did you have in mind? Let's go with something. Oh, surprise me, here we go. This is where the trickiness starts to come in. After a moment's considering, I decided that if I was going to try something new tonight, I might as well be adventurous. I put the drink menu down and smiled at the bartender. You know what? Surprised me. His smile lit up immediately, eyes twinkling with a little mischief. Leaning towards me, he whispered in a Connor's. Fuck knows. My language barrier is fucking terrible. You absolutely sure? Hit me. Not literally. I opened my mouth to speak when he leaned forward and pressed his finger against my cheerful, light grin. Nope, too late. Flicking his wrist to settle his cuffs, he began. His hand slid beneath the bar, wrist over wrist, and in a single motion he drew out 2 bottles. Flipping both upside down and forward, he poured a shot of each into the glass before me, before flipping them over with his fingers like an action movie pistol, setting them down on the bar and releasing them. Next, his hips shifted as I noticed his tail wrapping around the neck of a 3rd bottle, lifting it smoothly off the shelf behind him and letting it roll down the length of his tail to the small of his back. I forgot how much reading's in these. Oh my god. His right hand snagged the bottle by the neck, bringing it to the front. He gave it a quick shake with his wrist before flipping it over his index finger and setting it down with the others. With another quick hip shift, his tail wrapped around the 4th bottle and launched it into the air. My eyes went wide as almost completely through the arc. He caught the bottle by the neck and held it an inch or 2 above the glass before giving it 2 quick shakes. He tossed the bottle back behind him with a grin as it sailed straight back towards his tail tip. While it snaked around it, the bottle shifted just enough that he could see it slip. His expression went from joy to horror as it smashed into the floor behind him. Damn it, that's going to come out of my check. Pay for the drink anyway. My hand went immediately for my wallet and I placed it down on the bar. Put it on my tab. You're sure about that? That was a $45 bottle of booze. It's not like I'm going to lose my job over it. At least I hope I won't. He looked flustered for a second and composed himself. It's my bad, really. Job hazard. I couldn't ask you to cover this. I smiled. It's a good thing you didn't then. I laid out a 50 on the bar in front of him. You, wait, what? You serious? I don't. Congratulations are in order. You actually got me to shut up for a second. I'm just completely blown away by this. It's not a big deal. You gave me a fantastic show. I mean, wow, I didn't even know people could do that kind of thing. You're not helping me with this whole looking professional thing here, you know. Ooh, bit of, nasty. He grinned and put away the remaining bottles. Drinks on me, totally. You've been too sweet of a customer to charge for one of my experiments. I get you your change. Refuse. You earned it, all of it, fair and square. That was mind blowing. You unbanished admiration, thanks enough, but I don't think you forgot something. I can't speak today. I furrowed a brow as I put my hand back on my wallet. He smiled and slid a slip of paper over to me. I think you know what to do with that. As he moved to the next customer, I flipped the paper over to see a phone number with his name. In an embellishment script below it, I slid the paper into my pocket. I'll be able to call Jax after tonight to meet up again sometime. Hey, there we go. Right, then we go to Kobe, my stepbrother. Hey bro, what's good for go home? Shall we head back home? Yeah, already, let's go. Then we go to the phone, go to contacts, and go to Jax, and let's do cool. The bartender from last night seemed like a really great guy. I think I'd like to get to know him better. Ring, ring, ring. He's not picking up, maybe he's busy. Bleep, hey there, this is Jax. If it's the morning, I'm probably asleep, and if it's evening, I'm probably at what I should be at your favourite club. Either way, leave a message and I'll get back to you, B. Leave a message. Hey there, it's ChocIce. Just giving you a call to see if you are still interested in meeting up sometime. I'll be by my phone for a while if you call back. Bye. I ended the call and hope you call back. In the meantime, I can go on with my morning routine. Which is what? I wasn't too sure whether to make plans, so I got myself cleaned up, had breakfast, watched some TV, anything to dawdle and burn the early morning. Alright, my phone glitched out, okay. My phone rings. It took me a moment before I noticed the phone buzzing and dancing on the nearby countertop. I snagged it, picked up the call. Hello. I heard some groggy mumbling on the other end at first. It took a few moments before I could make out what was being said. Oh yeah, who's there? I still for a chuckle. Hey Jax, it's ChocIce from the club. There were a few loud noises on the end, and a second or two later he seemed considerably more awake. Crap! Hi. Sorry, the club wound up just explaining with people last night. I was just taking orders until 3 in the morning and didn't get home till 4. It's nice to hear back from you. How was your night? I know I was there until 2:30 myself. No, I wasn't. As soon as I got your number, I pretty much left. Wow, that place got packed fast. Were so many cool people to chat with. I wish my brother had told me about this place sooner. Yeah, you say that to everyone, ChocIce. What's wrong with you? Should I be jealous? Ha ha. Good to know you hit it off so well and still thought of calling me. I'm flattered. Most people forget I exist after the bar closed down. Okay, this is where it's gonna fuck you over. So good to know. Most people forget I exist after the bar closed down. Reconsider. Ask him out. Fuck it. I didn't mean to wake you up. I was wondering about something. What's on your mind? Well, I was wondering if you might want to get together outside of the club. We could chat without having to shout over the noise, and someone else could make our drinks. But where's the fun in that? Very few people have my particular set of skills. What, by smashing bottles, Jax? Alright then, fair enough. Very true, but wasn't thinking of mixed drinks. It's early and you sound a little groggy. Maybe you'd be up for some coffee. My true, I even pitch in for a muffin. Muffin, tempting offer. Sure, I can use a pick-me-up. Give me about an hour or two to get ready. I literally fell into bed when I got home. Doesn't everyone else? Sure, there's a coffee shop right near the club. Meet there in about an hour. Although he said 1 to 2 hours, okay. I've been by a few times on the way home from work. I see you there. Click. Right, where's Kobe? I bet he's going to come along and say, oh, you met someone. Oh, I really don't care. He seemed a little hesitant. Maybe that's just jitters on my end. Still, it's nice to see him again, even if it's just for coffee. As I set my phone on the corner, I heard commercially loud yawn behind me. Turning around, Kobe was standing there, beaming. Haha, knew it. Is that date plans I hear so early? Did you meet someone last night? No, that's none of your business, but maybe. Score, I'm happy for you. That part of why I wanted you to come along to the club. You spend all your time just moping around the house. You needed to get out. I do feel better about it. I've gotten into a bit of a funk over what happened. It's good to have a real distraction for once. And that's why you should always listen to me. Now, who caught your eye? If you have to pry, I met a guy at the bar. We had a few drinks and we chatted. It was really nice. At the bar, huh? Who was that then? God, that's so British. Who was that then, boy? Don't you have anything better to do than bug me about my dating life? Nope. If you must know, it was the bartender. A really fun guy once he opened up a little. Jax, you going on a date with Jax? It's not today, it's just coffee. Dude, I'm so jealous. He's such a cutie. The bow tie, rah. Okay, that's even a thing. Cool. I didn't even know he swung that way. Pretty much everyone at the bloody Amorous club swings any way, shape and form. What, swinging? We're meeting for a coffee. Besides, considering how much noise you were making when you got in, I think you managed pretty well by yourself. Oh, you know, I met a few people and he and I came back to, yeah, I don't want to fucking know. Test the couch springs. Wow. When did you finally stumble into the bedroom anyway? Not that I don't mind you saving me the triple eyeful. Sure, two of them. Anyway, I need to get ready. I'm meeting him in an hour. Hope you don't mind if I grab a quick shower before I go. But you let me go in first last time. Yes, but you have someone waiting for you. I knew it. It's a date. Hehe. By all means, go first, you little Casanova. Okay, you. But I want all the details when you get home. Fuck's sake, Kobe. Piss off. Have fun. I like adding my own words to this. It's fun. He scrambled off to the kitchen, barely keeping his grin in check as I slipped back up to our room. Glancing at myself in the window with the bathrobe half open, I realised just how haggard I looked at the moment. Nothing a good shower and some TLC couldn't fix. The water felt great, washing away my exhaustion. Part of me hates to admit it, but maybe Chloe was right about going to the club. My life had become a little dull lately, and the promise of getting to know someone new was exciting. As I got out and tailed off, my mind kept wandering. I barely knew this guy. What if the expression he doesn't? Kobe didn't even know what sort of people he was interested in. He certainly seemed a little flaming. Maybe there was something to that. Snapping out of my stupor for a moment. Okay, I looked at the clock. Shit, it's nearly time. In my hurry, I made a wrong turn to get to the coffee shop, and I wound up taking longer than I thought. I pushed open the door and glanced around to see a few couples sitting at tables. Just as I was about to curse myself for missing him, I saw Jax at the counter near the window, nursing a coffee mug and looking outside. His colours were muted, more natural, and his clothes were considerably less revealing. I placed my order at the counter and walked over. Yo, who's the gangster, mate? Hey there, sorry I'm late. He looked up at his revealed smile, and with there, I can't read, why? His shade jumped on brighter, though I'm not sure he noticed. I set my coffee down and placed a muffin between us. Sorry, it takes at least 2 of these to get me completely awake at this time of day. He mentioned to his coffee before picking it up and downing the rest. He set the cup down and smiled as he noticed the muffin. And you came through again. You, my whatever, friend. You are quite reliable. Are you alright? You looked a little distant and preoccupied. Something on your mind? I'm fine, like I said. I need at least 2 cups before I'm at least half the fun I normally am at the club. I cut the muffin in half and offered it to him. He smiled and took a piece off the top, absolutely munching on it. He was very different person outside the club. I began to wonder if it was just me. He sure seems like more than just a little bit of sleep deprivation. Really, it's nothing. You can just take a bit out of me working a long night, that's all. Like that. Oh my god, I can't speak. Being on all the time, you know. So I'm not trying to push, just getting a gauge on you, though why would you keep working there if it keeps you up so late? I've got to go, Choc. Sorry I didn't get to watch the entire stream. See you later, Joshua. Take care, man. I have no idea when you sent that. I'm sorry, dude. I'm too busy reading. Take care. It takes a lot out of me, but I wouldn't give it up for anything. I love interactions, meeting new people, making smiles. He stammered for a moment at his slip up before letting out a reassigned chuckle. Drinks, I mean, it's part of my job, so to be energetic and friendly, not to make out like I'm going to be buzzkill. But I apologise advance if I'm a little zombified this morning. It's hard to be high energy every minute of the day. Yeah, you're fucking telling me. Hey, I've had days where I come home and immediately pass on the couch, though I guess that's a little more depressing than when I'm coming back from a party or work. And it's just killing time around the house. Still, that's why we invented coffee and muffins, to take the edge off our worst days. True, but we're in a coffee shop. Being social is not exactly the worst. I should probably have another cup to get myself together. He waved down a waiter heading around with a pot and got a refill. After a sip or two, he looked back up and he smiled. So, I'd like to know a little more about you. Oh no. So I hear you have a thing for muffins. Do you normally invite random people to eat them with you? Does it make it less awkward? You were the most interesting person then. I thought I should get to know this guy better. Is that so strange? Would you think less of me if I said yes? Why would you say something like that? Because I'm relatively attractive, scantily clad bartender. It's not like open season on getting a piece of my tail. I enjoy the attention, but not the attention, if you catch my meaning. I'm not sure I really do. You like being in the centre of attention, but not getting attention for it. Everyone wants to see what's under the uniform, but that's where it stops. I work in a room with hundreds of people on a regular basis, and sometimes it's like none of them actually want to know me. They just want to bang the bartender. I suppose that's why you threw me a bit of a loop. You were nice. You backed off when I asked you to. Well, I'm confused. I can't believe that. I mean, the way you mixed drinks all night, the bartender, just talking with you had me wanting to know more. I'm surprised you didn't have a million phone numbers every night. I do, just none of them really want me to call to talk so much as to call to see if I want to fall around. If you're looking, is that so bad? Oh my god, I don't think I'll be able to stream this. And I wouldn't be too sad about having my pick of a half the people I saw at the club. It's just not my scene. Too many wild oats sown when I was younger, I guess. We both settled into an awkward. Oh my god. So we both settled into awkward silence for a moment, just sipping coffee and nibbling on muffin halves. Eventually, I just had to speak up. Well, I'm not one of those booty callers. I mean, you're quite attractive in or out of your outfit, but I wanted to get to know all about you, not just what I saw at the club. I blushed a little when I realised what I said, but he just smiled and let it slide. Thanks, it's frowning, but also nice to know your muffin didn't come with oh my god, ultra motives. No, just listeners and riboflavin. Okay. He laughed and began to relax, easing the tension that had been building. Still, something was bothering me. So I just can't get over how different you are at the club. That can't just be a mask, can it? You're, you're thinking you're going to get my whole last row with just a cup of coffee and a muffin. I'm going to take much more than that. Then how about a movie? There's a manatee just oh god, a matinee show just in the street a little bit. Maybe if I had tickets and popcorn, will you tell me more? Tell me your favourite colour. I'm not due into work until 3, and as you could tell from my earlier phone call, I'm not exactly overwhelmed with things to do. But maybe I shouldn't. I mean, we only just met, and I picked up my half-eaten muffin and held it between us. I swear on this muffin that I'm not just in it because you have cute tush and you mix a mean drink. I'm in this for much more than that. So I guess it's just a reflex, not a particularly helpful one either. I set the muffin down and dusted off my hands. I know you don't like forward. You get plenty of that at work. Let's just go to a movie, enjoy some popcorn, and see how the day takes us. You game. Of course. How can I say no to a muffin sweat? It's the most honourable vow one can make with a baked good. We both finished our coffee and grabbed our coats. If we hurried, we could make the 11 o'clock showings. Before we stepped out of the door, he paused and smiled at me. It's Blue, by the way. I couldn't help but smile as he walked past me out the door. As we made our way to the theatre, more of Jack's I met at the club began to peek through. I was happy to see it and kept the conversation light. Here we go. The Eastwood was one of those older multi-storey buildings renovated into a complex. While a facade still looked like a charming old-fashioned theatre, the inside was equipped with the latest technology. We stepped in through the broad glass doors and up to the ticket counter. Good morning, what can I do for you? We barely noticed the gentleman in the small ticket booth as he was dwarfed by the vaulted ceilings. The lobby was absolutely massive. Shaking my head, I walked up to the counter and glanced at the board overhead. Do you have anything showing now? Well, we've got a few rooms that are just about to start. It's been slow moving, so you've got a seats left in all of them. The two of us looked over the list and picked something out. Jack briefly tried to pay for his own ticket, but I insisted on covering everything. Everything in particular you like to see. The previews are about to start. So let's go Western, romantic, or horror. We could go with romantic, Western, or horror. Jack seems to be a bit of a shy guy. He's not really much of a manly man, if that makes sense. Western, maybe. Romantic, he doesn't really like romantic, but we could go with romantic. But Western, basically, he's not that old, so let's just go balls blazing. Let's just go romantic comedy. 2 tickets for Knights in Shining Armour, please. Jack stifled a surprised laugh as he looked at me as a bold choice for our first day. If you hadn't muffin sauce, I guess you had ultimatives. Despite laughing off the suggestion, I did have a moment of concern. Some part of me did pick the movie to set a more romantic tone between the two of us. Jack insisted on grabbing the popcorn and sodas while I went to grab some seats. The two of us got settled in. Just as the previews began. Fuck's sake, I'm really not speaking. As I said, I glanced over and Jack. Okay. He sagged in his seat, absolutely began to munch on his popcorn. I felt a nervous twinge as I began to question my choice of movie and maybe if Jack had an interest in me as I thought. The movie opened predictably enough. A guy, his friend, and a girl all bumbling through their romantic lives. My decision weighed over heavier on me as the girl judged dating both of them with predictable results. What I did not expect, between stealing glances at Jack and biting my lip, was when the friend in the middle of the stereotypical fight kissed the guy. Jack suddenly shifted a little in his seat, telling a rather deep shade of babble. The movie continued, the guy and his friend now dating while the girl tried to ridicule with both of them, and by the end, a tasteful wedding between the guy and his friend. Jax was glancing away from the screen and staring down at his popcorn. When the movie ended, Jax was quiet and reserved again. We got up in silence, a frown forming already as I followed him back into the lobby. Already worried about Jack's reaction to the movie, I couldn't help myself but speak out. Uh, some movie, huh? Well, that was certainly some movie. Didn't see that coming. Me neither. They certainly seemed happy, didn't they? He looked up at me with solemn eyes, making my words stick in my throat. I took a short breath and smiled as best I could. Yes, they did, and I know I am too. Thanks. It wasn't something I would have seen myself, but I'm glad I did. Guess just haven't been feeling very romantic lately. I try fill in for you then. I really should get going. I have a few more errands to run before work. I slipped my hand into his a moment and squeezed it softly. You had a good time, right? I did. It was fun getting a chance to spend some time out of the bar with someone. Guess I was feeling a little more jaded than I thought. We stood for a long, awkward moment. Neither of us seeming want to walk away. As I looked up into those bright orange eyes, I knew I had to do something. Give him a peck on the cheek. Fuck it, go for it. Embonded, I stepped closer to him and placed my hand on his shoulder. He shifted uncomfortably for a moment. His hue shifted redder as I leaned down and pressed my lips gently to his cheek. I felt him shiver a little against me as his eyes lidded closed. That makes sense. We stayed there for just a moment before he slowly drew back and glanced away. Oh, we turned red. We should do this again sometime. Definitely. Shut up, fridge. He stammered for a moment before smiling up at me. I'm off in a couple of days. How about we go together for some dinner? Sure. I'd love to. I can pick you up at your place, say around 8ish. There's a great place near my house I've been wanting to go to. Near your place, huh? You sure you don't have some ulterior motives? Not at all. Not in the least. I can do another muffin spare if you need me to. No need, I'm pretty sure I can trust you. Why don't I meet you there at 8? No point in having you head all the way to my place if it's near yours. We said our goodbyes and parted ways for me at least. I felt quite a bit better about the situation, even if I was a little rusty at this. I still did good enough to keep him interested. Oh, God, how far into this are we? I think we're just at the start. Oh my God, help. Back in the car, went over the date in my mind, smiling as I relieved the good bits. Relived the good bits. Oh God, I knew I'd be coming home to Kobe with a million questions, but I could still enjoy the memory of my first day in a long time. No, mate. Okay, it wasn't your first day, but whatever. Got another achievement. Yay. Contact, and let's call Jax again. Here we go. After we parted ways, I walked back to my place. Jax was definitely an interesting guy, but I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more going on that I was aware of. I must have been lost in my thoughts when I came to the door, because Kobe almost immediately pounced on me. I was wondering where you were getting back. You took so long. I had to assume it was more than coffee, so tell me everything. For a small guy, Kobe always managed to catch me off guard. I settled him down and we sat at the table. It was just a date, okay? I admit it. It was a date. Are you happy now? Kobe beamed. He always knew when I was hiding something, even when I didn't. So, Dish, tell me, what did you two lovebirds do? Technically, I'm not a bird, but okay. We're not in love. I could feel my face heating up as Kobe continued to grin like a Cheshire cat. I'd better tell him something, or you never leave me alone. We shared a muffin and had some coffee. It wasn't anything particularly thrilling or romantic. You wouldn't be blushing like that if it was just a muffin. I'm not going to let you live vicariously through me, Kobe. Besides, don't you get enough dates yourself? But it's you. I haven't seen you go out and have fun like that forever. I want to hear about it because I'm your bro. I like knowing you're happy. It gave me a puppy dog eyes and I just melted. No, I wouldn't melt, man. I'd kick him in the face or kick him in the beak and walk away. Kobe was always there for me when I wanted to hang out or just needed to talk. It wasn't fair to hold back. Alright, we had coffee, we went to a movie and we kissed. Nothing with tongue or anything, just a peck. So, what's he like? I know lots of people at the bar really like him. He's always so futuristic and flirty and so cute. I'd be jealous. He was different at the start, much quieter and more reserved. I wonder if I did something wrong at first. Nah, he's probably just like you and doesn't get out much. I mean, he's at the bar most nights until 3. Not that I stay up that late, of course. Yeah, whatever, Kobe. Bullshit. Of course, I was hoping it was just the first date jitters. I know I was feeling a little anxious, still do, even afterwards. It was like I met a different person. Well, that just means you need to see him again so you can get to know him better. You're going to see him again, right? Uh, yeah, we said eh? Yeah, we talked for a while after the move, and I suggested dinner over at the place around the corner. I've been wanting to try it now for a while. Grant, your audio isn't very loud. What do you mean by that? Oh, I've turned game music off because YouTube gave me a warning and they're going to give me a copyright strike if I have game sound again. So I can't have game sound. Well, game music anyway. How is it hard to hear me? One sec. Have you turned the volume up? Right. Sod it, that should be better now. That's as loud as I can fucking put the thing now. Jesus Christ. Ooh, romantic. Candlelight dinner, maybe some wine. He immediately broke down into giggles. I felt my cheeks flush and growled at him until he stopped. Dang, oof. Yeah, is that too loud now? So I'm just really happy for you. It's so cute thinking about you two together. You're not happy. You're not helping me feel any less awkward about this, you know. Oh, God. When is this going to get finished? I want it done. Kobe continued to barrage me with questions about my first date until I managed to distract him with his own romantic life. As he went on and on about his conquest, I found myself half listening. Part of me kept thinking back to Jack's, the kiss at the theatre and the chat at coffee shop before it. Oh, come on, where's this over, man? Oh, God. I might be a little rusty at dating, but there's something Jackson's telling me, even more revealing. I wanted to know what it was. Seeing the looks on his face, watching him brighten a shade or two, I couldn't stop thinking about it all. I hadn't felt this way about someone in a long time. May I ask, this is your first time playing Amorous? Oh no, if you check my YouTube channel, I've already done Sky and Lex complete live stream playthroughs already. So I'm doing Jax now, and apparently Jax is the hard one today, so I accept the challenge. Hello, I was paying attention. No you weren't, you were a million miles away, likely with someone else. He was right, of course. Seems like Jax made more of an impression than I thought. Still, it wasn't any good to dwell on it. I couldn't compress my entire dating life into one single day. Let's just do something else. I need to distract myself for a while. Or what if we... Fortunately, Cubby was more willing to distract me, as were a number of chores. Yeah, Sky's my favourite as well. Sky's my favourite. I had to be neglecting. Between getting my backside whipped at video games, cleaning up our mess and grabbing something for dinner, it was after 10. I was too tired to worry. Kobe said some quick goodbyes as he ducked out the door in his club gear and I flopped into bed. What's going on my phone? It was nearly when my phone started ringing. I forgot to silence it before passing out and struggled to grab it from the nightstand. Blinking myself away, I swapped the answer and held the phone to my ear. Hello? I couldn't hear anything on the other end for the moment, save for a roaring crowd and at least 24 background conversation. It sounded like someone was trying to talk to me, but I couldn't hear the snippets above the din. Okay. Finally heard some sounds of movement and the door opening. The background noise grew muffled and I could finally make out the voice. Can you hear me now? How about now? Jax, why are you calling me in the middle of the night? Is something wrong? There was a pause, longer than really felt comfortable. At first I thought the connection had dropped out, but I soon heard a resigned sigh from the other end. One of the bartenders got sick and can't wait for the rest of the week. I didn't want to tell you like this, but I don't have a chance to step away until now. I don't get a real me break until later. My heart sank a little. Was this real? Was he just backing off again? I found myself getting a little angry at him until I realised he wouldn't be calling me in the middle of the night just to keep me at his arm's length. I'm sorry, I really am. I was looking forward to it. I've been forever since I last had a nice sit down meal. I usually have to make do with whatever I can reheat in the kitchen from last night. What's on the menu? What's on the menu tonight then? Tonight I have a lovely box mac and cheese, aged for 3 weeks on the shelf. It's got a robust neon flavour with hints of cardboard and memories of being in the college. We both chuckled at Jack's florid description for a moment before settling back into an awkward silence. Maybe I was just thinking out loud, but when he said, this is an excuse," it caught me off guard. It was my concern, but to address it so directly, I sputtered into the phone, suggesting that I hadn't even considered it. Still, he seemed to have pretty clear read of me. I know I came off a little distant yesterday, but I really had fun. I wanted to see what was in the store for our next date. I think we're almost done, guys. I think they're about an hour long, roughly. Next day, he was actually considering that. My cheeks flushed a little as a grin spread across my lips. Oh, fuck's sake, not hips. No, I just found a mod that lets me play on as a protege on Starbound. Oh, nice. That's awesome. That's quite cool. Nice. So we actually dating, or wasn't just a casual muffin? Well, yeah, I didn't split muffins with every cute person who walks in the door and takes me out for coffee. I never keep my girlish figure, if that was the case. My sense of ease was interrupted by the sounds of noise spilling into the background and someone shouting over dinner. Over din. Whatever they mean by din, I don't know. I know. I'm finishing up now. I'm sorry, ChocIce, I have to run. Just scrambled to end the call and left me sitting upright in bed, staring at my phone. All the anxiety I've been having from before seemed just so silly now. He wanted to see me again. He even said he did. Who knows when we might have the chance though. I thought I'd try and call him back. Maybe he could sit away a moment or two and we could have lunch or something tomorrow. Pardon me. He isn't picking up. Maybe he can't hear his phone. Maybe he's busy. I suppose I could always drop by the club. If I couldn't find the time to do it, then I needed to make the time to see him again. He mentioned a meal break and I didn't sound thrilled about his food operations. Maybe I should grab something to bring. I got myself to get... What shop's going to be open like midnight, mate? What, like fucking Tesco 24 hour or something? Not only that, but you could customise it. So I made him look like my... Oh, nice. Nice one, Grant. Nice one. I got myself together and headed towards the door. The only question was what to bring. Between me and the club were a few choices that were open this late. Oh, okay, what were the choices? Oh... I think Jack's would, well, woman figure, girly figure. I would say you can't go wrong with noodles. For quick Asian food, Dragon's was the place to go. More precisely, the only place to go past midnight. If you wanted something other than reheated leftovers, I grabbed a couple of boxes of lo mein and some orange chicken just in case. Neatly wrapped in a plastic bag. I set it carefully in the passenger seat and thanked the cashier. I just hoped he liked noodles. Well, let's fucking find out. I think he does. With traffic being almost non-existent, it was easy enough to get to the club in record time. After wrestling with the car, it slipped into only one space remaining. I hoofed it to the front door and made my way inside. The place was packed from wall to wall and I could barely hear anyone over the music and crowds. Seemed to sorority girls Jax had mentioned invited a few more friends over throughout the night. Oh look, it's a bunch of fucking sluts. Lovely. Hey girls, it's fresh me and not bad looking one at that. Woo, take off your top. No, you skank. I spluttered in place as girls bounced in front of me, sloshing her drink around. It was pretty clear, her expressions, that it wasn't her first. Yeah, I wonder how many pups she had. Come on, Cutlass. Whoa. Oh, I imagine that meme with the fucking Team Fortress and all that. Come on, Cutlass. We're all here to party. You should come join us. I know. I just know Monica would be into you. Yeah, cool. I tried to bow. I showed her no with the noise as she began to tug on my arm and yanked me in the direction of their booth. I just looked around for Jax or anyone else I recognised as she pulled me to the table scattered with shot glasses. Jax is right there. Can we just go and get Jax, please? He's just He's just right over there. No? Okay. Shots. Well, yeah, fuck off, you horny puppy. Fucking, how many pups have you got? I don't fucking know. As I was about to do down one just to get let go, one of the other bartenders from last night tapped me on the shoulder. He gave me a wink and nudged me back as he laid out a whole new array of beverages for the overenthusiastic crowd. They seemed to forget about me for the moment and snagged each other their alcoholic fruit salads off the tray. Fucking hell, they're evil fuckers, isn't they? Yeah. Sorry about that, they've been getting a little rowdy. Follow me. The two of us made our way through the club and back to the main bar. Okay, so the main bar's outside then. Fine. He lifted the small separator and ushered me past it and through the swinging kitchen door. While it was a bit darker back here, it was also much quieter. There, now I don't have to shout. You're ChocIce, right? Jax has been complaining about having to work tomorrow since the start of his shift. He told us you might be dropping by. Seems like he's pretty fond of you. He gave me a bit of an elbow nudge as I stammered back to him, or whatever that word is. I didn't expect his co-worker to be so aware of his dating life. I just tried to smile and not feel awkward about someone knowing more about me than I did about them. I think we're almost there. Yeah, well, we hit it off pretty well. Good to see him dating again. Been trying to bury himself in work for so long. Heck, it's just his luck that one day he asks off this week is when Mitch gets sick. Ooh, coincidence? I think not. He led me back to an empty prep table in the back of the kitchen. A couple of abused bar stools served as chairs. He motioned to one and smiled. Motioned, whatever. Let him know you're back here. After we got settled, he stepped back into the club. My head was spinning. In 5 minutes, I'd learned more about Jack's past than I had over our whole first date. Oh, still, his initial reaction to me outside the bar made a little more sense, though I still didn't know what he actually happened. I started unpacking what I brought, grabbed a few dishes from the clean stack near the dishwasher, and set them down on the table. I just poured us each a glass of water when Jax walked in. It clearly been a long night for Jax, and his chirp attitude was whining, and his stomach was audibly rumbling. Okay, that's a word. It made me wonder if he had a chance to grab something to eat since this morning. I hate to be blunt, but I'm starving. Do you mind if I just jump in? Not at all. I never done my food while Jax wolfed his down. Fucking hell, he must be hungry then. Jesus. I asked him about his day, how he was doing now, and the two of us exchanged pleasantries as we ate. I still couldn't put what the other partner had said out in my head, nor the awkwardness of him knowing my name without knowing his. Jack must have sensed it. Oh God, as he sat down his food and smiled. Much better, sorry, but if I don't get something to it, I tend to collapse around this point. Well, if you collapse, you collapse. Oh, alright, Grant, Jesus. It may be cheap Chinese food, but I haven't had lo mein in forever. Glad you liked it. It wasn't quite sure what to get, so I went with a couple of the safest bets. You got good instincts, but anything is better than reheated mac and cheese for the third time in a row. Thanks. What's wrong with mac and cheese being reheated? There's nothing wrong with it. I like mac and cheese. Sitting across the table, my mind wandered back at what the other bartender said. It seemed clear that Jax was at least interested in me. So why was he so quiet when we first met? I don't want to pray, but I have to know. Jax, I need to ask you something. It's been bothering me for a while now. Yeah, for a little bit. What's that? Yesterday you were different. You were a different person at the start. Quiet, reserved, unsure. Here though, you're a showman. Your co-worker mentioned that you hadn't been dating in a while. I just... let's be direct. We've got to go for it. I turned on to get a message to you. It took 31.2 seconds for my to show up on your screen. Holy crap! Wow, YouTube's got a massive time delay today, ain't they? Jesus. What happened? It's not important. Well, it's important, but it's not a big deal. I want to make sure I'm not getting the wrong signals. I like you, Jax. It's a little painful still. Hard to talk about, even with my friends. I figured, but I like the you I got to know when we first met. The you that I was with at the movie. I don't want him to vanish on me. What's he, a fucking vanishing lizard now? You only you're the only second guy I've dated. Most of the time, I've been with women. It's always been casual, and we've been friends afterwards. But the first guy I was with, I met him back in college. Oh, this is where it's getting nasty now. I shiver a little in my seat. His scowls faded into a duller hue. It was clear he was a little uncomfortable. I'm guessing you're in Europe based on how long it took. Yes, the UK, yes. He was a driven guy, very ambitious. He got straight A's in all his classes, involved in nearly every activity on campus, and he wound up torturing me in math. Tutoring me in math, not torturing, Jesus. We got to know each other, and then one night he leans over and kisses me full on the lips. Ooh. He blushed as he looked down towards the table, shutting his eyes for a moment. He took a slow breath and continued. It wasn't really a aha, I'm gay moment. I know I like both, but it was intoxicating. It was like being new to the whole thing again. We were tight throughout our last 2 years of school. I don't think he was tight at the end of the years. I'd always take me out of fancy places, buy me stuff. It was fun in a sort of materialistic way. So you was a gold digger then? Okay. We all like it when someone takes care of us. I know there are days I took my bills and wish I had a sugar daddy. I've been working odd jobs to help pay tuition and other costs. Mostly waiting jobs at restaurants, since tips could give me an extra cash I needed for my day to do stuff. After a while, I found I really liked it. Then showmanship, performing in front of an audience. You do look like you love it. I've never seen anyone so enthusiastic about making drinks and getting to know people. He beamed at me across the table, his hand sliding across it towards mine. He stopped short and looked back down at his plate. His smile vanished. Was he run out of food? Okay. He didn't know, said it was a waste of time, that I never make any money that way or go anywhere important. That's when the fight started. I broke it off and we went our separate ways. I went back to the girls and last I heard, he was off in New York somewhere with a new law firm or a investment bank or something. I don't get it. What does that have to do with dating guys? He shrugged a little, lowering his gaze at the table. Have you ever played Starbound? I've got it installed. I paid for it, got it installed, and I haven't played it yet. I've just got it installed and that, so I haven't played it yet. That will be a future video once I get enough money to get a new gaming rig eventually. Well, to upgrade my old one. So he was my first, and I guess I just assumed most guys were going to be like him. Working in the bar, I saw how most guys approach women. I figured that was the norm. So I just dove into what I love. I get to flirt here and there, maybe have dinner with an attractive woman or guy, and not get judged for doing what I want to with my life. I guess you're just the first guy to come along since then, so I'm kind of learning more that how he used to be isn't exactly how every guy is. Jax, I'm not going to judge you. It's part of the reason I asked you out. In a room full of people trying to be seen, you stood out the most to me. You sweet talker, you. I'm not... Pardon me. I'm not your ex, and I don't think that's really a gender issue. I'm essentially not someone who only wants to get into your skimpy and very flattering briefs. I called you because I wanted to get to know you beyond your abilities to mix drinks and flirt. Believe me, I know. For one thing, he'd never visit me at work. For another, he never instigate anything he didn't already want to do. We sat and chatted for a short while, talking about our past and a little about our presents. Unfortunately, it wasn't long before the kitchen door swung open once more. Jack's co-worker shuffling in and looked quite haggard. What, Hagrid? Cool. Just the girls out there are about to start a bar brawl if you don't come out. They say that you're the only one who knows how to slice a mango with the sexy. Okay, cool. What species is Jax? I don't know myself. I think he's like a lizard kind of thing. I think he's kind of a lizard. I'm not sure. Both of us snickered before turning back at each other. Give me a second to clean up. Tell them I I'm grabbing all the melons they could want. Button nodded and smiled in relief before heading back out to the main room. The two of us took the time to clean up and chat a little bit more. I think we're almost near the end. I hope we are. Once you finished with the dishes, Jax turned to me with a resigned smile. Well, it seems my public awaits. Sorry to cut the date so short. The downside of being a working stiff these days. It's right, not like the ample free time for unemployment is doing me much good. I'm glad we got some more time together. It's flattering, really, considering how to demand you seem to be. Wouldn't have it any other way. I'm totally an attention whore. I do believe he is. I couldn't help but chuckle. It was comforting to see the confident, sharp-dressed guy who served me my first drink. He always looked best at his bluest. I expect a third date, you know, maybe a third and a half date, considering this wasn't nearly as much fun as our first. I'm trying to make it a little more interesting than the back of the kitchen that you work. Next time I'll bring muffins and fireworks. Just know that's setting the bar pretty high. He went to me and took a step back as if to leave. I could feel the attention for a moment that lingered between us. Like there was more to say or do. Maybe it was just me wanting more time with him. Should we just let him get back to work? No, let's stop and kiss him. Let's go for that. Before he could walk away, I placed a hand gently on his shoulder. Once he turned, I leaned in close and pressed my lips firmly against his. He immediately melted into my kiss. His eyes fluttered and shut as he pressed his body close to mine. The two of us held that moment for as long as we could, tongue touching as our hands clutched each other tightly. Reluctantly, I pulled away and stroked his cheeks softly. You can expect better than that on our next date. Wow, I didn't think I could look forward to it more than I already did. He coughed slightly and adjusted himself. His skimpy briefs oh god, my eyes just gone weird now. Everything's blurry. His skimpy briefs tight. He kissed me gently on the cheek and strode back into the club. No homo. No homo. Good night, handsome. Standing there, paws pounding, and in the darkened kitchen, I felt more comfortable and confident than I had in a while. I ducked out the back door to avoid the crowds and made my way back to the car. Oh my god. I need a drink. Fucking hell, I'm not had a drink. I'm talking straight for like 52 minutes. Jesus. Now I knew the feeling was mutual and the third date was going to be something monumental. At least that was my intention. Now I just had to deal with Kobe badgering me for more details. It was kind of fun being the one with something to talk about instead of him, and the story of a kiss like that one had to be shared. Oh, you have an idea, Grant. What is the idea? Oh, with another achievement. Yay. Well, some contacts, and let's go to Jax, and let's call him again. Try playing Amorous without getting laid. Oh, that'd be easy. Yeah, it is possible. You just won't get a full complete-ish. But you would have to know when it goes to the laid part. I like to say that kiss lasted me until our next day. I know even when Kobe was getting tired of me talking about it. However, the ultimate dating disaster struck life. My job started starting to get callbacks, and that meant interviews. Pardon me. It wound up only being a couple, but they were all scheduled in the afternoon. For the next couple of days, I rushed into an office and store and tried to remain composed and calm while I glanced at the clock. Both times it ran long, and once I'd gotten free, Jax was getting ready for work and nearly out the door. And it's 11 p.m. again. I resolved to sacrifice a little sleep the second night, and I tried to at least catch him at work. We could go out after his shift, maybe grab some breakfast and try to get this back into something resembling normal. I slapped the alarm clock and drug myself out of bed. Do you mean dragged, not drug? Oh my god. It felt a little strange, down on a cup of coffee while it was still dark out, but the last thing I wanted to do was head to the club and wind up passing out on the table. As the caffeine settled into my system and I found myself more alert, I started thinking about what to wear. After a few moments, I got myself together enough to head out the door. Yay, no Kobe, yay. Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad. This schedule wasn't sustainable. I knew that. I'd eventually have to get a job. Bills sadly don't pay themselves. I wish they did. What if that meant we never had any free time together? I mean, I could try and find a shift somewhere to sync up with his, but I chuckled to myself as I pulled into the club parking lot. If I was this concerned, then it was probably worth making the effort. Wake up with coffee instead. Yes. The place was hopping, packed from nearly wall to wall with people dancing, drinking, and generally having a good time. Doesn't look like wall to wall, mate. Just looks like the same normal people. I waved my way through the undulated crowds, keeping an eye out for both Jacks and any clubbers who might try and drag me off again. I saw him briefly, bobbing like a little blue cork in a sea of rainbow colours, but couldn't get close enough to wave him down. Disheartened but not willing to give up, I managed to squeeze my way to the bar and found a seat. Oh, hay fever, leave me alone. Can I get you some? Oh, hey, it's you. Dropping in to see Jax again? No, I'm here to look at you, mate. Sorry, yeah, where the fuck is Jax? If I can, it looks pretty crazy tonight. Yeah, we had another group came in an hour or so ago. I guess word is getting out about the club. It's great for business, but terrible for our personal lives. I haven't seen my SO in ages. That comment didn't bode well, but if he was still managing the relationship, there was hope at least. He poured me something to take the edge off and moved down the bar to the next customer. Meanwhile, I kept an eye out for Jax. He was helping a rather crowded group of customers in the back booth. I waved and he noticed me, smiling brightly. Unfortunately, he didn't notice when two of them got up from the table and spun around to set down the last glass with a flourish. He collided with the two customers and sent both their drinks and their tray. What do you mean and their tray? He was carrying to the floor with a crash. Despite it being barely audible above the pumping music, I still flinched at the sound. I had barely had time to get to my feet before the customer Jax had collided with was shoving and yelling at him. Jax was turning a deep purple and apologising profusely as I saw another person walk up. This one wearing a shirt and tie. Soon the three of them were at each other, and after a few more words, Jax turned and headed towards the door. Follow Jax. Didn't know what was going on, but I needed to find out. I slid my hand into my back pocket before waving down the bartender. As I reached into and pulled out a bill, he shook his head. Don't worry about it. It's on the house. Just check up on him, okay? Oi, mate. It's the... What? Oi, mate. It's me. Extraneous. Who are you? I can't remember who you are. Extraneous. Oh, I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember who you are. Oh, I'm so sorry. Extraneous Wolf. I can't remember. What's wrong with me? I haven't live streamed in a while. Well, I did the other day, but yeah. I thanked him, stopping only to grab my keys. Oh, from Amino. Oh, hello. Welcome from Amino. Hi. Oh, it's Nordic. I see you change your name. I thanked him, stepping only to grab my keys before making my way towards the door. The mob was difficult to push through and I could hear the customer in the back still complaining about the service. Oh, this is so horrible. Yeah, everyone meets me on Amino nowadays. Oh, ... Jax was standing just outside when I got there. His eyes were downcast and shut tightly as his hand pressed against his forehead to shield his face from view. I tried to approach him, but just backed away from me. Oh, you're the one from his chat. Oh, okay, that's my fault. Oh dear. Okay, hi, guy from Nordic's chat. Hi. Jax, it wasn't your fault. It was an accident. I'm sure this will all be cleared up in no time. Why did you leave? He bit his lip, keeping his face turned from me. I couldn't tell by the washed out colour of his scales and the soft sounds he tried to hold back that he was crying. Jax, please talk to me. Say something at least. I want to help. He wouldn't budge no matter how I tried to engage him. It was gut wrenching, standing there incapable of doing anything more than watch someone you care about fall apart. Amino's pretty great for the meeting fairies and other fandoms. Yeah, that's true. Amino is quite good for everything. What's going on? Why did you leave the club like that? They fired me on the spot. Final warning. I followed just enough for them to take away the job that I liked, the only one that I was good at. Oh, shut up, you big baby. Fired you for spilling the drink? That's crazy. That can't be everything. You've been working there for ages now. Well, they wouldn't just up and let you go because of one mistake, would they? The manager wasn't fond of my antics. He just wanted me to serve drinks, not make a show of it, particularly if I was going to drop bottles or spill anything. This was just the opportunity he was looking for. What a fucking cunt. Jax, you can find another job. We can find you something else where you don't have to put up with that. You think that's easy. Fucking hell, don't look at me like that, you prick. That everywhere else is just the same. I had friends here, or maybe you didn't know that. I wanted to work here. I wanted to be here. Maybe you still can. Dun, dun, dun. Plot twist. I'm sure you still can. I mean, so if you spill a drink here or there, customers likely do it all the time. We can go back and fight this. Fight what? The guy who runs the place? And how do you expect to do that? With fucking machine guns and RPGs and a tank. Can't go wrong with a tank. We get back in tomorrow morning and have a long chat with him about the ChocIce. I'm sure we can work something out. We couldn't. It took me forever to get that job, to actually find something I enjoyed as a job. Do you have any idea on how rare that is? Hugs to you from America. Yeah, I get hugs. Yay, thanks for the hugs. Yay. I like hugs. Well, you're hugging Jax, not me. Oh, I see how it is. We don't know that Jax. The guy was a jerk. He was more of a jerk. He's more of a fucking cunt. And maybe we can explain that to the manager. You've got friends there. Maybe they can help you out. Even if they can't, we still be able to get you a job elsewhere. Oh, now he's turning red. Oh, for God's sake. So that's it. You're just going to stand there and tell me it's all okay. That doing something I love can just get yanked out from under me and I should smile about it. No. No, that's not what I'm saying, Jackson. No. No. That's not what I'm saying. I've never seen Jack so livid. His scales had shifted to a brilliant, almost violet red as both hands bailed tightly into a fist. Go on, hit me, you fucking cunt, I dare you. I wasn't sure if his intention was to pummel me or just scream at me as I watched him tremble in rage. I had the same feelings the first time we met. I wondered who the real Jack was. What do you want me to say, Jack? That everything's gonna be okay and we can just walk back inside right now and have everything stay the same? Because I can't. I want you to admit it. I want you to tell me that why you had to shout now, why you had to wave and make me look away and you fucking couldn't just stay home. Wow. This is my fault? That's what you're saying? You know how crazy that sounds right now. I gave up my night to get a chance to see you. Well, maybe you shouldn't have gone. You would have been doing other stuff. Why couldn't you just last night? Oh no! I bet ya it's his ex. I bet Jax thinks I'm his ex. I bet Jax thinks I'm his ex. In this moment, I didn't do anything, Jax. You spilled those drinks. You pissed off that jackass. It didn't even seem like you saw me. Don't get to just blame me because it's convenient. I don't know why, but that seemed to hit a nerve. Jax was no longer upset. He was livid and screaming at me. His voice echoed off buildings nearby. His whole body trembled and barely contained rage. Damn it, Zach. Fucking knew it. You never understood me. You never understood anything about your own fucking tiny little world. You never cared what really happens to me. What I wanted to do is my life, my choice, and you can go fuck to hell. Jack's shouting hung there for a moment, his body trembling as his last and As the last echoes reverb through the alleyway, his scowl shifted colour wildly, arms tense as if he was about to attack. If it had been the look of confusion on my face or the shared silence beneath that flickering streetlight that brought him back, but the sudden realization was clear in his eyes. Oh, crap. I didn't you... That wasn't... Yeah, who the fuck was that? He changed colour. All the people yelling about skin colour stopped fighting for a moment and breathed through. How the same we are. Yeah, that's true, Grant, that's true. In the moment, it was as if his strings were cut. He fell to his knees on the sidewalk, just staring at me and fought through me. Comfort him. There, my little lizard, you'll be fine. Modestly, I stepped forward. My movements didn't pull his gaze away at whatever he watched in his rectum then. In his richest of shock. Kneeling down, I slid my arms around him and pulled him close to me. As his chin came to rest on my shoulder, my body pressed close to his. The spell over him broke and the tears flowed freely once more. So what did I miss? I missed a big part of the plot. Not really. Zik. Oh, hang on. How can I just gotta name you Tree now. Tree Wolf. There we go. I'm gonna name you Tree Wolf. You haven't really missed much. You know. You haven't really missed much. It's fine. I'm sorry. Oh shit. I'm sorry, ChocIce. It was just. Shh. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry. It's right. I know tonight's been rough. The past couple of days as well. Just let it out. Let it go. Copyright strike. It made me tremble to hear those deep and soulful sobs. His arms flunged around me as beneath that streetlight in the middle of the night we held each other longer than any time previous. His scale faded to a more subtle hue, the colour washing out to a dusty light blue as he slowly found himself again. Oh. Jack's breathing started to slow as he gathered himself together. The last few tears rolled down his cheeks as he composed himself enough to stand. Almost near the end, I got a feeling we are, because we've got the beginning part trying to get with him, then we've got like a major argument part, and then I got a feeling we've got a part in the end, and then it's the sex, I think. It's gotta be. So I know I've been saying that all night, but you didn't deserve it. I just couldn't see anything but my job ending and you weren't there anymore. It was just Zach giving me that judgmental stare. Ooh, what? Fuck off. Jack's who's Zach's? The guy I mentioned on our date, the first guy I dated, he was bigger piece of work than I let on. I didn't want to tell you about the breakup. There was a bigger reason than just him being an arsehole. I felt a twinge of anger rise again. Both at Zach for what he must have done and Jax for feeling like me couldn't talk to me. I forced it down and just listened. Hey Tree Wolf, put a woo in the chat and time how long it takes to get to ChocIce screen. Okay, a woo, done. See, I'm trying to read it, guys, and you're fucking telling me to put in the... Oh god, stop multitasking me. Why is my Skype opening up? Oh shit. Oh shit, my American friend's calling me. Oh shit. Live streaming at the moment. Oh god. Jesus. No. Don't do a fucking voice message. Jesus, damn it. 24 seconds. Oh god. This stream's gotta go on longer now because fucking Simon run me. Bastard. Our last few days together were rough. Fights every day, shouting matches at home. I was the problem, and he had to make me understand why. He thought at first the club had some hold on me. That's why I was just too weak to leave. He swallowed hard, his hand reaching out to lean against the street lamp and kept him upright. Instinctively, I stepped closer to him. Go on. Go on. Take his free hand. Thankfully, I extended my hand to touch the top of his. At first, he drew back, lifting his gaze to mine again before weaving his fingers between mine and giving my hand a gentle squeeze. I nodded to him, mentioning for him to continue. About a week before we broke up, hold on a minute. He tried to get me fired, set up an elaborate ruse in order to get me in trouble so I wouldn't have any choice but to leave. He said he knows best. He knew best. That'd be better off than I didn't work there anymore. He said he was doing me a favour. Oh my god, what a bitch. It was a lot to take in at once. What is going on with my nose? Ah! Hey fever, go away. Leave me alone. It was a lot to take in at once. I thought he was odd. He's disinteresting guys being spurred on by nothing more than a bad breakup, being a little shaken up about dating at all, but now I begin to see the whole picture. This guy didn't just ignore him, he tried to completely dominate him. Oh, domination. No wonder you snapped at me, Jax. I wasn't trying to do anything like that. You have to know that. I know, the manager had been expressing his displeasure more lately, and I wanted to see you again, spend more time with you. I didn't pay attention, and I don't know, maybe Zach was right. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. Bullshit. No one could be more fun, and manipulating someone like that could be right about anything. You wouldn't have gotten this angry if he didn't mean something to you. That's what's real, not what some creep who wanted you as a trophy says, not what some idiot who couldn't watch where he was going to say. I guess there really was a reason I was willing to give my number. Thanks, ChocIce. Thanks for everything. I think I just needed to get some sleep, try to calm down a little. You know, it's been a rough night. So I saw you're going to be alright. Jack swallowed hard. Okay, not even got to the ending yet. Okay, Jesus gang, simmer down, boy. Lifting his head slowly, as if remained around his neck. He met my gaze, letting out a soft sigh. Before he found the words. I will be if you stay the night with me. Ooh, we're getting there. Okay, no idea. Sorry, son. I was caught off guard by a request. I didn't want to take advantage of his current emotional state, but that same concern didn't want him to see alone in the bed with this sort of mood looming over him. My hesitation must have been more apparent than I thought, as I noticed him stepping forward to kiss me gently on the neck before pulling me in for an embrace. I see the wheel turning. I just don't want to wake up alone. I've got a couch if you want to do. If you don't want to share a bed. Yeah, though. Yeah, we're talking curl up and cuddle me till I pass out. I'm sure I can guess that I'm not exactly in the sexy mood. Oh, so once if I bet everyone's thinking that I do coke. I don't. For some reason, every time I do a live stream, my nose irritates me. Every time I do a live stream, and I don't do cocaine or anything, I fucking swear down. But YouTube, don't have a go at me. I always do it in a live stream that my nose just fucks up. Jesus Christ, man. Oh my god. I don't do coke, I swear. Alright, let's go with RTs. I finally got to drop by your place, and it's just to take a nap. Well, I guess I can manage to do the understanding one for the night, but I expect breakfast in the morning as well as cuddles. He chuckled at me, a smile once again passing his lips. Shaking his head, he slid his hand over mine, twinkling our fingers together, and nodded off in the direction of his place. That away, boys! Let's go! Oh, let's go! It's me, Mario! Let's go! The walk back to his place was uneventful, but very satisfying. He expressed some concern about my car, but it was locked and imminently forgettable brand. Okay, fuck knows what that word is. No idea. So I wasn't too worried. He talked a bit more about him, about Zach, and about living under someone like that. He was feeling better, letting someone in and sharing that part of his life. I couldn't fathom staring with someone like that, but I did explain more about him, his desire to please, his showmanship. He wanted to be free and found a way to express that. You got to copyright strike me! I'm not going to break into the song. Microorganism commander, take control of the nostril. If we do that, we can win the war against the bacteria. Really, Grant? Wow. Hey, Shady! What is this? This is Amorous, and you're getting to the good part, Shady. You're getting good to the good part. I hope I ain't got not safe for work mode enabled. My God, if I do, I have to quickly hide it on. Oh no, I won't be able to hide it quick, would I? So I need to do Alt-Tab quickly. Go back to Editor. And make sure I can quickly... Oh shit, I think I broke the game. If I broke it? I think I broke it. Ah, there we go. So I can just quickly Alt-Tab and hide it in case it goes out of not safe for work mode. Just, oh. When we got in and settled, Jax could barely keep himself standing. He didn't even undress and insisted stumbling into bed with only one sodium street lamp in his room. Watch it. Right, guys, it's up to you. I've got 4 people watching. Right, it's up to you. Oh my God. What should we do? Climb into bed or get comfy on the couch? This is down to you now, guys. It is down to you. So number 1, climb into bed. Number 2, get comfy on the couch. Put 1 or 2 in the chat. Go on. It's down to you, guys. It's down to you. Not safe for work, lol. I like not safe for work. Well, everyone does. So we got Tree Wolf going for bed. We've got Shady going for couch. Oh, it's down to you, Grant. It's down to you, Grant. Climb into bed. We're going into the bed. Climb into bed. Try not to disturb him. No, hang on. Oh, hang on. Already chose the bed. Try not to disturb him, but that it's. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing the mic like that. No way. I'm not doing the mic like that. I'm not. Oh, and I think I broke my mic. Okay, there we go. I'm not doing that like that. Try not to disturb him. Not that it seemed possible, considering how quickly he zonked out. I got as comfortable as I could and slid under the sheets next to him. I cuddled up close and lightly kissed his cheek before drifting off to dreamland myself. Wait, what? Why have I got cutscene in that shown? What? Oh no. I go to that path, I go to that path. Oh no. We are getting very close. We're getting very close. Morning came all too quickly as the sun from the nearby windows poured over me and pulled me back to the waking world. I fucking hope I removed not safe for work file. I fucking hope I have. I felt much better after the night's sleep and slowly pulled myself up to the sitting position. To my surprise, Jack was nowhere to be seen. I got up and began looking around when I heard the sounds of a shower from behind the bathroom door. I knocked softly to make certain he was alright. You're right in there, sweetie. House cleaning, house service. Morning, sleepyhead. Thanks for staying the night. Probably the soundest sleep I've had in ages. I'll be out in a minute. Is ChocIce a persona or just one of your OCs like to use? I can't remember what OCs is, but ChocIce is actually my persona. Yeah, ChocIce is my official persona. Yawning, I shrugged and wandered into the kitchen. The scent of fresh coffee was welcoming, as were the 2 toaster waffles with syrup. I chuckled as I picked up the note and laid it next to them. Another thank you for keeping me company. Eat up, Jax. It wasn't bacon eggs, but it was still appreciated. I wolfed down my impromptu, whatever that word is, and took a sip of coffee, looking up when Jack stepped into the kitchen doorway. As happy I was to see the smile on his face, I couldn't help but wonder why it was. Not that complaining, but you seem much happier this morning for some reason. Good shower. He's wearing the same clothes again. Okay. More like good company. That and before what happened, I had a surprise plan. May not be the best way to do it, but can you grab something out of the fridge? It's about the strange nature of the request. I obliged, pulling open the door, and there's little more than a few cans of energy drinks and condiment packets, so I looked on the middle shelf. I don't tell me it's like dildos or something sitting in the fridge. Smack dab in front of me was a giant wicker basket. Oh, good. One of the old style ones they showed in every picnic picture. I looked back up and asked what this was about. When I saw Jack standing there holding the rose, I made a mental note to figure out how he hid that from view. Yeah, how did he hide the Hose? The rose. God. Oh, God. Get in the bed and enjoy a good ride. No homo. I wanted to do our third date before anything else can get in the way. We had enough bad things happen last night. I want today to be all about us. That's why we're going on the picnic. Oh no, we're not actually near the end part, I think. We got a second stage. Oh God, no. I was flabbergasted. He placed the rose on the counter and leaned in, pressing his lips softly against mine before slipping his hands around my waist. He broke the kiss reluctantly and looked back at me. Wow. Wow, that is amazing. When did you get around to do this scheme? It's fantastic. Thanks, I was hoping you like it. I just felt really bad about our last date and how short it was. I wanted to make sure that everything for this one was perfect. I certainly couldn't say no, and he packed plenty of goodies for the both of us. Besides, it was supposed to be a beautiful day outside. I agree. He beamed, shifting to a nearly blinding blue shade of blue. My God. I know the perfect place. Come on, I will load everything in the car and head out right now. In his hurry, Jax had forgotten that my car was still parked back at the club, which had a few blocks down the street. He soon realised his mistake as we walked out into the parking lot. Still, he remained undeterred. He wound up taking a detour back to the club, putting a basket in tow, and chatted along the way. I suspected my car was left undisturbed, and after we had loaded everything to the car, Jax pointed the way and we were off. Oh, I hate this driving animation, it looks shit. He wouldn't tell me the name of the park as we wound through the back streets to the outside of town. When the last of the buildings gave way to sparse homes, he finally let me on his secret. Yeah, we're getting there, Grant. Hold your cock, Jesus. I used to come out this way sometimes when I was a freshman, whenever classes got overwhelming and I needed a break from all the streets. The stereotypical, I know, but sometimes just lying on the grass and soaking up the sun just made everything better. Anyway, I found a spot near a little brick amphitheatre that should be great for the picnic. Alright, I swear we've been here before. Never mind. When we arrived, we hit a snag. Apparently there was some event going on and they were in the middle of setting up. Jax was crestfallen. Yeah, it does suck. when we arrived, we hit a snag. Oh, okay. I noticed an overwhelming hill just a little deep into the park. It was covered in thick, freshly cut grass. Had a nice old oak tree. Wow, that's a voice crack and a half. Provides some shade. He brightened back up, and the two of us has trudged up a narrow trail to the top of the hill. We were more than happy to have a seat after working our way up the remarkably steep decline. Jack set out the dishes while I leaned back up against the tree and enjoyed the dappling sunlight filtering through the branches. He's still wearing his uniform for work. Okay. Are you in the mood for sandwich, or did you want something a little lighter to start off with? Let's eat. I'm famished. I couldn't eat at all yesterday, and after last night I could just use something more than toaster waffles. Sandwiches it is then. That seemed to be a bit rude. Never mind. From out of the folds of the tablecloth in the basket he produced a handful of wrapped sandwiches, offering me one as he took one himself and settled in next to me. As we ate, snuggled up under the shade of the tree, our conversation wandered between our favourite stories to reminiscing about old flames. Jackson insisted on hearing about my previous attempts in dating scene. How much to my own charm, and it was only fair considering I heard so much about his. So basically, Jax, I dated Sky and I dated Lex. So is there anything else you want to know about? Because yeah, okay, no. It really wound up being for the best that we broke it off. We just wanted the two different things. Guess you never realised that until you've been together for a while. May the force be with you, Master ChocIce. Oh God, Grant. Used to fall. Grant, calm yourself down. Calm. Jax got quiet, turning the shade of $2 as he gazed wandered over the edge of the hill into the sky beyond. I was concerned I said something to upset him, but he looked back at me after a moment with a half smile. He's turned purple, you know what that means. I text you, so you know who I am. Alright, I'll see Amino in a minute. Sorry, Arbonomies, I didn't mean to pack those in with the sandwiches and pudding. I guess felt the same way with Zach. You're the one who wanted to talk about old flames. There are much more pleasant things to talk about, you know, and more pleasant things to do. Oh, that is a menacing look. Oh, is there? You want my limp penis? Just going to leave that one hanging there, huh? Someone edit this and please insert the meme of Mini Lad. You want to accept my limp penis? Just on the screen. That'd be funny as fuck. Purple equals Easter Sunday. I grin to him slowly, enjoying watching him scales shift in a shade more purple, waving him over. I can't get that out of my head now, Mini Lad. Oh my god. The two of us snuggled up in the blanket and took a okay, that's enough. Effect on Jax. Pretty soon, he was all but... Oh god. Oh, my side hurts. Pretty soon, he was all about sprawled against me, eyes closed and his scales setting into a syringe. Tell what you want. Me make meme. I screenshot it. It's been a while. Oh, suddenly not become horny anymore. Why does my head hurt? Ow. It's been a while since I had the time to do this. Zach wasn't the one for the outdoors. He relished his air conditioning and leather seats. Ooh, leather seats. Well, I am on the left sofa anyway. You seem incontinently preoccupied with your ex when your current date is sitting right here. I get the feeling there's something you want to tell me. I just can't get it out of my head now. I got that video stuck in my head now. He got quiet for a moment, staring wistfully into the clouds above us both. I know he was a guarded person, but we've gotten this far, and I clearly couldn't gotten the whole story. He wasn't just my first serious relationship. He was my first. Ooh, it was your first, was it? Oh, nice. First, what? Oh god, first what? Oh wait, you only been with one person? No, silly, just no other guys. It's just, why's he gone suddenly British? I guess it's sort of different. I've gotten on well with women. Oh god, I got that back in my head again. Fuck's sake. You want one of them penis? I've gone on well with women, but we never quite clicked on the same way. I just never seemed to find the spark with them after Zach. Honestly, at the rate I was going, I figured I'd be single for a long time. Yeah, so did I until I met Tiny Amy. Yay. I didn't see how you could even think that. Not when you're such a charmer with a flair of the dramatic. You said you could pick anyone in the club you wanted. I'm just saying it because I find you attractive. Ooh. Because I'm finding myself having some rather serious urges around you, and I wanted our first time together to be more exciting. I'm worried I'm a little rusty is all. First time, did you have some ultimate to this little picnic that I was unaware of? Oh. Doesn't everyone have ultimatives at their picnics? Why do you think they bring a bottle of wine? Oh, to shove it at their arse, probably. I don't fucking know what you do with wine. I don't drink it. I chuckled, snuggling him up closer and giving his forehead a kiss. It was readily apparent from Jack's assertion that we were into each other. You will be soon. What text do you want on the meme? Oh god, that's just... Join my Discord, Grant, if you haven't already, and then we can discuss, because I'm going to go on the Discord call after this stream and chat with you guys, basically. The only question that remained was what to do about it. Despite our urges, I still wasn't sure what to do next in the park like we were. Just the feel of his body against mine was already making my toes curl, but it didn't want me to force myself into him. Okay, choose your words wisely. Do you not learn from Avengers, wherever that one was called? Never mind. We were both getting back into the swing of things, and holding him close was enough to set my skin on fire. I believe that's called thrush. My attempt at chasing cuddling was woefully short, as he had no hesitation at asserting his own interest. His smooth snout gently inched under my jaw, nibbling at my neck as soft strokes of his tongue tickled my skin. Links in the description, Tree Wolf. Links in the description, mate. My grip on his back grew tighter as I felt him more move against me, pressing into my chest and decline, brushing his hand along my inner thigh. Rough, whatever that is, I don't know. You are having so much fun with this, aren't you? I really am. Though it does still beg the question, why aren't you more into me? Believe me, I would like nothing better than to be with you right now. I mean, into you. I mean, yeah, choose your fucking words, ChocIce. Jesus. Damn. Oh, I just pressed something and I don't know what. Nah, that's right, keyboard sign. My cheeks felt like they were on fire as I rested my hands on Jack's side. Why was I holding back so much? He was making it so hard to keep my hands off him. Oh. He turned a lighter shade of purple, his head turning to face mine. So if you was Jackson, one of his kind, and you see a really fit girl or something, and you turn purple, everyone in public is going to know that you got turned on because you've turned purple. Just putting that out there right now. Just putting it out there. Those deep orange eyes looked into mine as I felt my own cheeks began to flash. I felt him shift in my lap, lifting himself upward until his lips pressed firmly against my own. His scales were still warm from the sun, almost hot to the touch, and glistened as he pressed more needfully against me. Those smooth fingertips rolled down my sides and over the small of my back as our tongues met within each other's mouths. Nice. The kiss from our last date had been warm and passionate. This one was needful, demanding adorably forward. He's apparently turned purple. He's still blue. You like my OC? I haven't seen it yet. He glows with his emotion. Ooh. My own hands found their way down the smooth curves of his rump. I like that word. Rump. Nice. Brushing over the fabric there, he picked out his uniform from work, the same outfit we first met in. Yeah, makes sense. I could feel this thin stip. Okay, the thin stip of fabric against my stomach as he arched his hips against me. Oh wow, I haven't felt like this in a long time. ChocIce. Oh god, I hope my missus don't mind me playing this game. Never mind. I'll take that as a compliment. Jax took my hands from around his middle and with a hot flush of desperation on his face, he looked around, then desperately populated to sparsely populated field. Quick, ChocIce, no one is watching. What? I'm seriously gonna get ready to hide my screen in a minute. Jax, how could I say no? I don't need to hide my screen. Yay, okay. There we go. I do believe we have, we have completed, I think. I'm going to put that cut image on your Discord so everyone can meme it. Oh, God. Gleaming I was aware of something happening around us, flashes of light and thunderous beams registered through the often haze. At first, I thought it was into our coupling, the blood pounding through my head as my body seemed to merge into pure heat with Jax at the principle of our pleasure. However, as we sunk into each other's embrace, we noticed a sort of distraction. The tents we had passed before had apparently been for some kind of festival. Once the sun had grown low enough, the ego punishment had begun to shoot off fireworks in celebration. The two of us, happy and spent, watched as the colours filled the sky above. Ha! Fireworks! I wanted our first time to be memorable, but timing delivered better than I planned. We both laughed, arms holding each other tightly as we laid back against the tree to enjoy the show. Always a showman. Alright, we've been in since night time. Cool. Piss off phone. Don't need my phone. Okay, I hope my phone's not broken actually. It was well past dinner. We finally got up to the tree behind us. Only a few streetlights remained, twinkling in the streets beyond the edge of the park. The fireworks had finally subsided, and the two of us, burglary, admitted we should probably get dressed. Nah, just let your cocks hang out. Fuck it, why not? We gathered our things to pick up the sprawled picnic basket, kicked over in our future romp. Okay. Taking each other's hand, we made our way back down the trail towards the car. I'm sure I'll be able to top this for a fourth date. Don't worry, I'm always available for any of your topping needs. Oh, it's 10 purple again. That's actually quite a nice colour purple, actually. It was worth the bad joke just to see Jax turn deep purple and squirm as we strolled past the oblivious fairgoers and down to the parking lot below. I stifled a chuckle as we threw me a playful death glare before the both of us burst out laughing. The deed is done. Oh no. ChocIce, thank you for being here, for putting up with my outbursts, for screwing your brains out. Especially for screwing my brains out. I guess with everything falling apart at the club, I think I was holding on to the lot of shit from Zach and doubting myself. We've all got that, Jax. We've all got to find a way to move past it. I was pretty overwhelmed when I first met you two. I had really been back in the game myself. I hadn't really been back in the game myself. Well, you was with Sky and Lex, but we won't talk about that. It's fine. You, on the other hand, were so together and sure of yourself. It's why I wanted to get to know you better. You've done more than that, mate. I hope we have plenty of time for that and the other more fun parts. I'm confident we will. On both accounts, I see no reason to stop now. Good, because now the fourth day is all you, ChocIce. Let's see you try do better than games in the park do fireworks. I'll let you tell everyone you thought of that. It makes us feel better. He punched me playful on the shoulder, pausing only to slide the picnic basket into the back of the car. Once inside, he leaned over and gave me a small peck on the cheek, his hand falling into my thigh. With you around, I might be able to get through this. I hope so. More dates like this and have me thoroughly spoiled. Despite the joking, Jack's colour began to fade again, her eyes drifting to white to the window. He smiled faded as well as I put the car into gear and pulled out to the space. Tomorrow I'm going to have to figure out what to do. I don't have a job to get up for and my rent's not going to pay itself. Well, we'll deal with it together. Fresh in the morning, let's just hold on to today for a little bit longer at least. He smiled, hugged my arm gently before setting back into his seat. The conversation drifted back to me. My job hunt, just little things to keep him distracted. It's alive, evil love. Guess this is my start. Don't suppose I could convince you to stay another night. I have a whole box of freezer waffles. I want you just to say yes and ride this to its end and pretend that life didn't need to happen and just stay in the honeymoon phase forever. I moved to speak out, but he smiled and stopped me. But we have things to do first. We get everything settled and then the regular sleepovers, those monogrammed towels can probably wait a while. It was a tease, but hung there, tantalising and just on the cusp of being real. It was a terrible idea to just hide out there with Jackson, both of us unemployed, but in the moment it didn't matter. We kissed one more time, enjoyed the taste of each other a few moments before Jax opened the door and gave me a passing wave. Tomorrow, bright and early, we'll fix our problems and then we get off to the good stuff. It's a date. Oh, for God's sake, more reading! Ah! Why? The drive home was the hardest. It has been a rollercoaster getting this far, and just driving away felt like I was tearing off a chunk of myself. Still, what we had was worth waiting for, and tomorrow was going to be another day worth waking up to. That potential would be enough to see me through the night, especially if I might get to see Jax again. Have we done it? We've done it! Yes! We have dated Jax. And it's completed. And look, it is Sky disguised as Renamon. Woo! So we have completed the date with Jax now. And I am happy. I hope you guys like this stream. If you like the stream or the VOD, wherever you see this as, then hit that like button. And if you want to see more of my live streams, like from other games, all that sort of stuff, then hit the subscribe, and if you didn't like the stream or the VOD video, whatever, then you know what to do. Thumbs down and fuck off the YouTube website. At the end of all my live streams I go on my Discord server, which is the links down below. So if you want to catch me after, as soon as my live streams are finished, I'll be on my Discord server doing a nice little chat with you guys for maybe like half an hour to an hour roughly, just a nice little chat sort of thing, just talk about whatever I streamed. I also got a Telegram thing which kind of needs sorting. I even got a Twitch now where I'll be live streaming. Once I get my new gaming rig sorted, I'm gonna get Twitch sorted so I can do some modded Beat Saber and some other stuff which has music in it, so I don't get done for copyright. So I'd like to thank you ever so much for watching the stream, and I love you all, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Sorry at the beginning of the stream it was a bit choppy, that for some reason, yeah, it's just the game. So thank you ever so much for watching, and what I'm going to do now is basically save the game, contacts, no, hang on, diary, save, and it goes into slot 5, done, there we go. Then we go to contacts, we can go to Jax, and we can do that. So let's just end it on here. So thank you ever so much for watching, guys, and I shall speak to you all later. Take care, love you all, bye bye.